Breaking news coming out of Pride Park Stadium as Derby County's Twitter has just released that Nathaniel Mendez-Laing has left the club to go and join up with League Two side MK Dons under Paul Warne. Now, Nathaniel Mendez-Laing has been an unbelievable player for Derby County over the course of his time here, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not saying that this move is left field. I'm not surprised that Mendez-Laing is moving on from Derby County at 33 years of age. It certainly is the right move for the club. But I was just surprised it's happened this early. Now, obviously, if we go back to Mendez-Laing at Derby County last season, 44 games, 3 goals, 4 assists, 5 yellow cards, 2,258 minutes, and ultimately struggled to find a way into the side under brand new manager John Eustace. Now, obviously, this knocks another winger off the depth chart for Derby County, and it really does sort of open those doors for moves that are going on behind the scenes with the likes of Andy Weimann, Danny Bath, and things like that. Now, there is going to be a video about Weimann and Danny Bath out tomorrow, but can we just run the V-roll on the Derby County raffle, which is heading your way this season? Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. Now, Mendez-Laing, over the course of his time at Derby County, he's been really good, in my opinion. I think it's 144 games he's played for Derby, 21 goals, 33 assists across the course of all competitions, that being League One, the Championship, and the Cup competitions as well. And I have to say that this move has came very early, in my opinion, and this is literally my immediate reaction. The time is 4:08 as I'm recording this. The tweet was released at 4 o'clock, and I have to say that I'm not surprised that he's ended up at MK Dons. I think... And if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised to see Tom Barkhuizen follow suit. Now, obviously, when we talk about Mendez-Laing, I think it was quite obvious last season that he wasn't quite up to the capabilities of playing at Championship level anymore. And he's done a 3-year stint at Derby. He's done well, he's played well, he's done a lot for the club. He helped us get back to the Championship. But ultimately, he just wasn't quite at the level that was needed for Derby County to go on and do that next big thing. Now, he is joining up with former Derby County manager and assistant head coach Richie Barker and Paul Warne. And if I'm completely honest with you, this move doesn't surprise me. I'm not shocked at all. And if I'm honest, I think there's a few more that could join MK Dons over the course of this summer. Obviously, the likes of Tom Barkhuizen and Connor Washington, things like that. Now, it does say on a permanent transfer. I do believe that Mendez-Laing had another year left on his contract, so that will be a fee for Derby County, in which will either be paid over instalments or maybe even be paid over the likes of those sorts of appearance-based and stuff like that. And I'm going to be completely honest, like, Nathaniel Mendez-Laing has been brilliant, like, for Derby. He has. This season it was quite clear that it wasn't enough and that Derby County needed more, and we saw that towards the back end of the season when obviously John Eustace had to move to that 3-5-2 because we just didn't have quality wingers at the club. And you look at who's left at the club in those wide positions: Mendez-Laing, Caden Jackson, Corey Blackett-Taylor. Obviously Mendez-Laing now comes away from that list, and I'm not surprised. I'm shocked that it's happened now. I thought this would have been a deal later on down the line in the window. But then it opens up the conversation of those discussions that were going on earlier on in the season. Now, BBC Radio Derby are reporting that there is no fee involved in the transfer. Now, it could be a situation where Derby County have just saved themselves £300,000 or £400,000 over the course of the season, which would then obviously go straight into the budget for the upcoming campaign, probably straight into the situation where we bring in Andreas Weimann. And in my opinion, I think that's a step up. I said it earlier today over on Twitter that I think Weimann's a step up on what Derby County have right now. Now, the big question is going to be that Derby County now need, in my opinion, 3 wingers. One on the right, one on the left, and one that can play both for me. Andreas Weimann fits into those categories. Couple of younger wingers as well to help fulfill the squad. And that is a conversation which is going to have to happen over the course of this transfer window now. There's a lot that's gone off today, with obviously the news of Andreas Weimann and Danny Bath looking like they're not going to extend their contracts at Blackburn Rovers. You've then got the conversation regarding Mendez-Laing now moving to MK Dons, and what next? Obviously there's a conversation regarding Cody Drammer. There's some more clubs interested in him as we head towards the start of this new campaign, and I really appreciate what Mendez-Laing has done. He's given us some unbelievable moments this season. I think we can all agree, though, that he just wasn't quite cutting the mustard in the Championship. And hopefully, well, as I say, going to League 2, he was unbelievable in League 1 just 18 months ago. So what's he going to do in League 2? That is going to be a massive question on the lips of the fans of MK Dons and the fans of Paul Warne, who are going to be watching this unravel in League 2. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how Mendez-Laing gets on. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's a great move for Derby. 33 years old, it means we can lower the age of the squad, we can lower the striker, we can lower the age of those wingers and stuff. And I have to say, I'm not at all surprised by Mendez-Laing moving on. Obviously, Guatemalan international, which came as a result of Paul Warne, and he's going to join Paul Warne again. It's going to be really interesting to see how this one does transpire. I think he's going to be a very good player for MK Dons, and obviously it opens up those doors for Derby County to bring in more players. And as people say, sometimes stars have to leave for even bigger stars to join, and that is what's happening here, in my opinion. It was the right decision, it was the right call. Who goes next? I don't know. I think there's going to be conversations this summer regarding Joe Ward. I don't think he'll go to League 2, though. I think there's going to be some big conversations about the likes of Jake Rooney and Dejan Brown as well as we sort of head towards the transfer window opening. But what a move for Nathaniel Mendez-Laing. What a move for Paul Warne. What is going to be very, very interesting to see is how this sort of shakes up the Derby County squad. Obviously, it's a big move for Derby to let a player of Nathaniel Mendez-Laing's quality go. Not that he's necessarily sort of that Championship quality anymore, but we know what he can offer in terms of pace and things like that. Obviously, not quite the player that we sort of wanted over the course of the last 12 months, but certainly someone who's had a great impact on Derby County and someone who I think will have a great impact on MK Dons moving forward. Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. If you haven't done so already and you haven't checked out the raffle going on at the moment, you can win yourselves a Derby County shirt for just £1. I'll run the V-roll right now. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.